schools to sign an MOU with the initiative Realize the Dream, which is a global campaign to use volunteer service and civic engagement to create bonds of civility and collective communication across the globe. We all know that we're in an era where there's a lot of hostility, a lot of divisiveness, a lot of conflict and confusion because we don't take the time to hear each other's words. We know that there's this kind of air of confrontation, but we also know that acts of kindness can diffuse that momentum. And so Mr. King is here today, always representing the family as he does, but he's here to talk about this initiative. And the reason, we've been very deliberate and intentional in the people that we've invited, so we're very glad for your presence here. Number one, because we are educational institutions, our students are our heart. Our students are the focus of everything that we do. And so the hope is that by engaging you now with this activity of Realize the Dream, which is going to be a multiple year activity, you will take us on as a lifetime mission. That this isn't just something you did in school. It's something that you continue to do in however you decide to contribute your time, effort, and energy. But we also do it because, as one law school, what do we have the ability to do? To reach out to law schools across the country, to reach out to law schools across the globe. Because I've done work with law schools in Uganda, in Zanzibar, and in Nigeria. And so if the opportunities present themselves, we can start right here in Dallas and begin the outreach. So one of the things that Mr. King is doing for us right now is he's recording a message of welcome to the Southwest Balsa region, which is holding its convention here next Friday. And so they're going to have a welcome message from Mr. King, and where he will introduce to the Southwest Balsas is Realize the Dream. Very deliberate phrase. I'm hoping that he'll share with us his thinking behind the choice of those words. I think we can kind of instinctively figure out something and issue some guesses, but I'm sure there was a lot more thought and contemplation that went to it. So the idea is we have chosen people from Paul Quinn because Paul Quinn is a natural partner for us to reach out to the HBCU community. And we know that's powerful. We know the Atlanta area, Morehouse, Spelman, AU, all of those things. We know the HBCUs, Howard. God, I would be screamed at if I didn't mention Howard, since I have a child who graduated from Howard. But the HBCU community is very strong. We also reached out, though, to professions. And so I thank those, our UNT Dallas alums who are here, who are now practicing lawyers. We've reached out to the legal community because lawyers have, number one, an obligation of service, but number two, an appreciation for service. And then we have representatives from the city of Dallas. We have representatives from other organizations. And hopefully we've got liaisons. We hope that we're going to be able to develop with the independent school section. And so it was intentional. I see that President von Eschenbach has joined us. I think the podcast recording has concluded. So one of the other things I want you to do is that we did very deliberately arrange this interior circle, because we wanted students to be in the heart and center of the conversation. And we decided to do it as a conversation format rather than a lecture, because when Mr. King and I finish talking, we want you all to ask questions. We want you to give us your feedback. We want you to say, these are the ideas that have been sparked. Here's the energy that's coming to us. Because this is the beginning. If you see our banner outside, it's going to be the slogan for the Experiential Education Department. Building on a decade of service. For 10 years, the law school has had CEP, Community Engagement Program, and volunteer activities. We are building on that foundation to launch Realize the Dream. And so that's now our new mission. Breathe, I think they'll be here shortly.